We're here with manager Keith Rowland after our 0-0 draw away with Gray's Atheltic. Keith, what do you think was missing today?
Certainly not a clean sheet. That's what, when I spoke to a few people before the game, that's what I wanted. I wanted a clean sheet. I thought we were conceding goals rather easily of late. I wanted us to be a bit more organised, which we were, and coming to a place like Averley, obviously where Gray's play, pitch is not conducive to good football. So it was one in there where we really had to dig it in, and I wouldn't say what was missing, I said what we gained was more, for me, was a bonus, that the fact that we come out with a clean sheet. And we didn't really get troubled that much, to be fair, albeit we sort of were limited ourselves to chances, but all in all, I was pretty pleased today.
Coming to the end of January now, obviously towards the tail end of the season, how do you see the team kicking on from this point?
Well, we've obviously got to rethink again for Monday. I know young Lenny's suspension won't be for another 2 weeks, so he's available. It'll be a totally different game to today. So my thoughts on were based on Monday. Longer term, I do believe that with a little bit more organisation, and a few additions here and there, that might mean that we may lose one or two, but that's football. But for me, with a few additions that hopefully fit into what I want to do and what I think where the club should go, I think we'll be alright. I really do. Ask me about playoffs, you never know.
Good to hear. Obviously we've got a bit of a kind of packed fixture schedule over the next week. We go to, we've got Kingstonian, then Burgess, and then Enfield all in the space of a week or so.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
This is non-league football. It's to be expected. You go higher, people give off a blue stink about playing games upon games. It's just the way it is. For me, I don't mind that. The more games I see, the more games I watch, the more I get to learn my players, the more I get to know what they're all about. Because obviously coming in mid-season, as I've spoke about before, it's difficult to a point, but I've inherited what I think is, in this league, is not a bad thing. I do believe we can be a bit more competitive and a bit more resolute. And again, like I say, I think we're not too bad. We're in not bad position, and the games, as they are, so be it. Obviously, if we get a good result at Anfield, we're into a semi-final, which is good for the football club. So for me, the league and the cup is a real priority. So I'm looking forward to it.
Good. Well, thanks Keith, you gave it. Cheers.
Done.